What's up, YouTube? Adam Ike here. I have the new Kenwood DNX893S, and I was having a few issues, like a bunch of you guys probably were. I was having CarPlay issues every time I plug in my phone. Music would play, the thing would disconnect on me, total pain, navigation issues. I was having thumb drive issues. The biggest thing that I was having issues with, believe it or not, was my rear view monitors. The mirroring stopped working. I called Crutchfield and I called Kenwood. They hadn't heard of it. So on the 25th, a couple days ago, Kenwood came out with a firmware update for their 2017 navigation / multimedia receivers. There's 4 models there. Mine's the first one. If yours is one of those 4, you definitely need to do this update. Here's a trick though when doing this update, because it essentially just tells you, hey, this is how you need to put the files. You go to kenwood.com, download the files, put it on your USB drive, and then when you plug it in, your deck's gonna go, do you want to update? And you're gonna click yes. You follow these instructions, which I did, and everything kept freezing up on me. And so I called Kenwood directly. Long story short, this should save you a lot of time. The thumb drive I was using was a 64 gig thumb drive, and they recommend using, and that actually caused my update to fail because this thumb drive was too big. So I went and dug around and I found a 4 gig thumb drive, which they recommend at least a 4 gig thumb drive or smaller, which is actually kind of hard to find nowadays. But you need to use a 4 gig hard drive and a thumb drive and to update your deck. So once you have it updated, you can check your firmware. If you have one of those decks, by tapping software installation, you need to have this 2.5.0008.0400. And sure enough, I talked to Kenwood, I talked to Crutchfield. I was about to tear apart my dash and honestly see if I had a cable disconnected for my rear view monitors. Because to mirror whatever you're doing, you simply just go into the menu settings, setup, the audio video button, and right here, your audio video output. You can change it to your disc, your USB. The only thing you cannot mirror to rear view monitors on these newer decks is the HDMI input. So if you are trying to mirror your Android phone or something, anything through HDMI, it will not go back. But just turned on my monitor and it's working. It just blows my mind. So that was it. I wasn't crazy. It was a software glitch in the video output. It was not a loose cable. So glad that I tried the update first versus trying to tear apart my dash. So for any of you guys out there that are having weird glitches with either Apple CarPlay, your video output, with the new 2016 Kenwood decks, make sure you do the firmware update and use a 4 gigabyte or smaller thumb drive. Otherwise, it's going to freeze on you. Hope this video helps.